Ginger, we are going to, hey, Ginger, we are going to work on some crate games, and we're gonna work on weight, which is a kind of stay. So with crating, the dogs can struggle with having some confinement stress. So we need to try and condition. Good job remembering to lay down. So we need to try and condition the dog that going in and out of the crate is no big deal instead of a big deal. When Ginger is up in her kennel, she'll go in there voluntarily because I feed her in there, and she will settle pretty easily. If she sees me come in the kennel building and she wants to come out and doesn't have access to me, that's when I will occasionally get some barking from her because she's frustrated. When that happens, I am not going to let her out of the kennel. So when she's barking, crying, I'm not going to let her out of the kennel. I need to wait for at least 2 seconds of quiet, and I'm also going to ask or wait for a sit from her. We can also expect a down from her now as well. And that's a great way to train some impulse control on her. If she's barking and won't quiet on her own, what we want to try and do is say something squeak a squeak toy to try and get that quiet behavior that we want, so that then we can reinforce it. I'm going to start off with the crate game, and then we're going to transition into the weight. I have some crates under here, and while I'm getting a crate out, Ginger, you're not helping. Ginger, get off. Thank you. While I'm getting a crate out, it's okay, Ginger. It's okay. I want to talk to you about why crates are so important for puppies. I'm not sure if you guys have a crate. I'm betting that you do. Most people with puppies do. The crates are really important for puppies mostly because it helps with house training. And the reason why it helps with house training is because a dog should, now not all dogs are like this, I'm sure your friends or family or yourself has had a dog that's going to defy this rule that I'm about to say. But dogs should come with a natural desire to not go to the bathroom where they're sleeping or eating. If she ever jumps at me like that, and she just woke up from a nap, she's been in her kennel since 12 noon, and it's almost 6 o'clock. If she ever jumps at me like that, or bites at me, she's doing that because she wants attention from me, because that's how dogs elicit attention from other dogs, which is fine if she's doing it with another dog. But for me, I don't like that, and so I'm going to ignore her and not give her any attention, which includes eye contact, which includes talking. I'm just going to ignore her, and that's going to be her punishment. Anyway, back to the crate. So dogs are supposed to come naturally predisposed to not want to go to the bathroom where they sleep or eat. And you can guess why, because there's lots of bacteria in your poop and your pee. And so nature has programmed human beings, just like dogs, like a lot of animals, to not go to the bathroom in a small space. So the crate provides that small space. And this is a great segue into discussing an appropriate size for a crate. A crate should be just big enough for the dog to turn around in a circle and stand up without having their head cramped. So the dog should be able to stand and put their head up and not touch the ceiling. You don't want them to be too confined in there, but you also don't want them to have so much space to where if you had a dog that was like borderline clean, would feel okay with pooping and peeing in a corner, like a back corner, and then sleeping in the front. So you want to have a space that's small enough to where if the dog did go to the bathroom, it would bother them. And so that bothering of them promotes them holding their bladder and their bowels, so that when you let them out of the crate, they're gonna be waiting to have been waiting. They're gonna have been waiting to go to the bathroom, and so when you let them out, one of the first things they're gonna do is pee, which is what she did when I first let her out here. So she's a clean dog. She's never had an accident in her kennel since she's been here, and she's in a, I think it's a maybe 4 foot by 4 foot kennel. It might be 5 foot by 5 foot, so it's actually too big for her. This is an appropriate size crate for a dog her size. And if you have a bigger crate, one that you invested in for her that would work for her adult size, normally those come with a puppy divider, which is like another little panel, and that's meant to section off this crate so that it becomes smaller. And so if you have that, don't throw that piece away, keep it. If you bought a smaller crate for the size of her as a puppy, when she outgrows this, just invest in a larger one. If you still need it, she might be house trained by the time she grows out of it. All right, so without further hesitation, let's get started on this crate training. So it starts off really easy. I'm just gonna try and create a fondness for the crate by tossing something that she wants in there. And Ginger wants food. Apparently she also likes eating pine cones. That's what she's doing right now. Ginger, come here. Come on. So what I'm gonna do is keep this crate door open. Use my air compressor here. Well, actually, I'm gonna use this plant. Okay, so we want to try and keep this door open when we're first starting. Because remember, the aversive part for dogs about crates is that they think, oh God, I'm going to go in the crate and not come out forever. So I want to try and throw her a curveball here. Look at her offering to lay down. I can't not reinforce that. So I'm going to throw her a curveball here and say, but like I'm trying to convince her, make a logical argument here, that every time a crate is present doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get locked in there forever, right? So that the door needs to stay open. Eventually, like in a couple minutes or so, we are going to introduce closing the crate because that's something that we would have to do, right? So I'm going to toss a piece of food in the back of the kennel. Good. And mark it when she goes in there. That's what I want her to do, right? And then I'm going to wait for her to come out. Of course she doesn't come out because she's an amazing puppy. Ginger, free. I'll say free. Because free is something she knows from her mat settle. Free. Good. Good. Free. Good. She doesn't have to go all the way in. Free. Good. The first 2 paws is okay. Good. Free. What I'm wanting is interest, enthusiasm, a drive to go in the crate, to enter it. Good. Free. Good. And the free is its own reward, so I'm not reinforcing for the free with food. Free. Free. Good girl. And we're just going to do this over and over again until the treats that I have in my hand run out. Free. Oh, did you get it? Or did you get a leaf? Good. Free. Good. Free. 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 Good girl. Good. Free. Good. Free. Good. Good job. All right, that was my last treat. So now what we're gonna start to see is she's already doing it. To see if she will automatically go in the crate on her own without me tossing a piece of food in there. She just demonstrated she will. So she's smart. So now what we're gonna do is overlay her offering to go in the crate on her own with a verbal command. And I like to say crate. I mean, that's what I say with my dogs. If you don't like that word, you can change it. Alright, so I'm going to wait for her to go in the crate. I'm going to try and pair that verbal command with the actual behavior that I want. And right now, I'm just waiting for her to get frustrated to see if she'll offer it for me. Crate. Good. I'm going to continue to reinforce the idea to go in the crate by rewarding tossing the food inside the crate when she does it. Free. Free. There are dogs in play groups, so if you hear barking, that's why. Crate. Good. Free. Free. We can also add a hand signal to this if we want. I like to just point at it. Crate. Good. Free. Free. Oh. Crate. Good. The treats that I have are really soft, so she got it caught in her gums a little bit. Free. No, free. Good. Right. Yep, she's gonna try and lay down probably. Good. Free. Right. Good. Free. Ready? Free. Good. Free. Ginger. Free. Good. Free. Free. Okay, so now that we've gotten several repetitions of that behavior that we like, we're gonna make it a little bit harder for her. Good job sitting. And we're gonna start introducing closing the door. So I'm gonna take my flower pot away and I'm gonna start closing the door now. Angle this a little bit better. Okay. So everything else is going to stay the same, except I'm going to start closing this door. When she's in there, calm, so calm is a dog that's not barking or pawing at the gate. Doesn't necessarily mean they're half asleep. So when she's in there being calm, I'm going to mark it and treat her for that as well. So there's two instances that I'm going to treat. I'm going to treat for the crate entry, and then I'm going to treat her again for staying in there while the door is closed. Then I'm going to open it, and then I'm going to say free. When I say free, it has to be on my call though. If she comes out of the crate before I say free, I'm not going to let her out. I'm going to close the door again, wait for calm, reinforce. Free. Good girl. All right, you ready? Ginger. Crate. You were doing it. So she's trying to sit for the food. She might try and lay down next. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Crate. Hey. I don't know why she's struggling right now. Maybe because there's been a latency in the reps. Ginger, come here. You're not hung up right. Come here. Kindy. What's going on, girl? You tired? You haven't done anything all day. You slept all day. You played this morning. You did play pretty rough, didn't you? Yeah, it was a big playroom today. You rolled around in a mud puddle. Good. So I'm going to reinforce in there. Then I'm going to close the door. I'm not going to latch it. I'm just going to close it. And then I'm going to say good and give her a treat. Then I'm going to open it. She has to stay in there though. So I'm punishing the impulsiveness there. She's getting frustrated. Free! 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 Good. She's like, are you going to close it again? Okay. Great. Now, if she regresses in her fondness to go into the crate, that's a sign. Good. That's a sign that the whole punishment I did with her trying to get out of the crate, good, was too much for her. Free! Good girl! But it wasn't. But if it was, that's a sign. That's a sign. Good. That's a sign that it was too much for her, and it would be an indication that she's a little bit sensitive for that kind of punishment. And I say punishment, it's not like I yelled at her or shocked her with a shock collar. I just prevented her ability to escape the crate. Okay, ready? Crate! Now it's on off or down. Ginger. Right. Go in here. You distracted? Great. Ginger, come on. Get excited. Go to crate. There you go. You distracted by the doggos. Good girl. Good. There we go. Okay, closed it. Good. Alright, open it. Free! Good girl. Good job. Nice. Alright, so now I'm going to start to close. Good. Now I'm going to start to close this door, and I'm going to latch it, and I'm going to have her have to stay in there for at least 2 minutes. Or not 2 minutes, 2 seconds. That's 2 minutes is way too long. Great. You're killing it with the off or downs, girl. There you go. That's a good thought. Good. What a smart puppy. All right, so I reinforce. I close the crate. Count to 2. 1, 2. You don't have to count out loud. I was just doing that for an example. It's better that you don't count out loud, actually. Good. Reinforce. girl. Awesome. Good job. You did it. 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 Little puppy. Little puppy. All right, you try me? Now she's getting really excited because I just got really excited, just so you know. Good. Much better. Thank you. So when you pet her, if you don't want her to get excitable and nippy and stuff, try to be calm when you pet her. Good. That's better. And I also, you know, she's done pretty much nothing all day except play this morning while I was cleaning the kennel. She just woke up, so she's got a lot of energy, right? Great. Good. Close it. Remember, for 2 seconds. Good. Can you open it? Frustration. Oh man, I should have closed it. It's okay, puppy. Okay, go to your right. Good. Good. Free. Good job. Very good. Very good. Puppy. Very good. Okay, so we're going to increase the duration now to we'll do 5 seconds. I was going to say 3 seconds, but we'll do 5 seconds now. Everything else stays the same, all right? Okay, you ready? Are you ready, ma'am? Go to your crate. Nope. Ginger, you had it. Go to your crate. Good. Okay, so we close it and we count to 5. Good. Reinforce. And we open it. Good girl. Yes, that was so good. I like how you said. I thought you were gonna bust out, but you said that. That's very good. Okay, you wanna try again? You try again, little smart pants? Okay, you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's try again. Calm down. Amped her up again. No, you can't play with Blakely. Come on, Ginger. Great. Good. Close it. 5 seconds. Good. Free! Good girl. You guys are a good girl. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. Good job. You think you can do 10 seconds? Your breath smells like Bill Jack treats. You ready? Get all this dried mud puddle off of you. Alright, you ready? Focus. Hey. You ready? Ginger, great. Good. Good. Free. Good girl. All right, so now we're going to go up to 10 seconds. And after we do 10 seconds, I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about this, and then we'll change it up. Okay, ready? Great. Good. Remember, 5 seconds. Good. 3. 3, 3, 3. Good girl. Okay, so now what we're going to do is work with distance away. A lot of people, when they work crate exercises, they forget to add this to the practice. And it's so important. I think it's almost more important than training duration, which is what we just did. Because normally people are going to put their dog in a crate and walk away, right? And that's the hardest thing for the dog. Because the dog is going to want to go with you, which is where a lot of separation stress and anxiety originates. So after I put her in the crate, instead of counting to 10 and sitting where I've been sitting, I'm going to start to get up and walk around the crate a little bit. Very similar to like what I did when I was training Ginger. She was digging. Go girl. Very similar to like what I was doing when I was training the mat settle exercise. All right? You ready? And then instead of treating at the end of 2 seconds, instead I'm going to treat when I come back to the crate. Ginger, come here. Come here. Ginger, come. Good girl, I'm going to reinforce you for that. Are you ready? Can you go to crate? Go to crate. Good. I'm still treating for the entry because that's really important. I think you should always treat for the entry. And then I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to walk around a little bit. I'm not going to get too far away. I'm just going to give it an indication that I might be walking away. Good. Oops. I dropped that outside the crate. Instead of immediately letting her out, I'm going to continue to walk away, or walk around her, I guess I should say. Good. I'm trying to randomize my angle that I walk away. I'm going to randomize my actions in general. Good. This crate's a little bit too short for her, by the way. You can see that she can't reach her head up all the way. Good. Good. I'm just going to work her until the food I have in my hand runs out. Good. Can you chew it? And yeah, it gets kind of stuck, doesn't it? Good. You got it? Okay. Good. When you go to doors that you routinely exit, that can also be harder for them. So like me going out this exit gate, me actually using the latch on it, a sound that she has associated with me exiting the yard. Good. Can make it all more difficult, but she aced it. Alright, same thing with the free. Now, because she's been in here for longer, it's probably going to be harder for her to have the impulse control to stay in that crate. But of course not for Ginger. Free! Good girl! What a good job! What a good girl! Alright, we're going to do that one more time, and then let's see how much time we have. Oh, we're already out of time. So we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to transition on to the weights for a little bit. All right. Remember, when she jumps like that, nothing. Okay. Ginger. Hey. Ready? Crate. Uh-oh. Now, she's never seen me ask her to go in her crate with me standing up. I've always been sitting like right there, so it can throw them off a little bit. Also, the position she is relative to me in the crate, good, is not the best, but she's very intelligent and confident, so she doesn't need as many baby training steps for me. Training steps? Training wheels for me. Good. She's capable, very capable of what we call generalizing. She's got the confidence to do it. The confidence to try. Good. Good. Her friend Blakely is watching out the kennel door window. Good. Good. Okay, now we're going to release. Harder with the distraction of the dogs barking. Free! Good girl. Good job. All right, so the only other thing that we would work on with the crate exercise is distractions. Normally, that's not something that we're going to really struggle with in the home. Ginger. So I don't incorporate it in the curriculum. And she did really well, so I don't really think she needs that. Sometimes dogs can become sensitive to departure cues, like you putting your shoes on and grabbing your keys. So if you ever notice that become part of an issue with her in the crate, then you're going to want to go through and follow up with the distraction training in the crate too. I'm going to stop this video and I'm going to show you how to train a weight now.